Manic's the name and speed's my game. And we're going back with the horror AUs today, man. You know I wanted to take a little break from them, give y'all a little bit of different content. But today, we'll be looking at the Time Looper creepypasta, where Twilight is stuck in the same day over and over and over again. So listen, man, if y'all mess with this, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Also, man, I have to do the intro like this because I fucked the intro up. There's some moments where I did fuck up. Y'all know how I be, bro. Sometimes I be fucking up the editing and progress. But anyways, let's get into this video. Shut the fuck up, Spike!
Darkness that brought it close to extinction so many.
Till we meet again,
and where am I going to be going to is tonight. Time Looper, which,
right,
as I understand it, is Twilight finding a spell that allows her to loop time, which maybe is relating to the one episode where she goes back in time to warn herself, right? Is there an episode of the show where Twilight goes back in time to warn herself of something that's going to happen, but then doesn't isn't able to...
Bro, start doing TikTok or Instagram lives again. Twitch is dookie. Man, I fuck with doing Twitch, bro. It's just, that's how it be, though. But damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to take a whole break from fucking streaming and then I don't come back in a while. But really, no one really joins my streams anyway, bro. What the fuck would I even do on Instagram Live or TikTok Lives, bro? Damn. Damn, bro. Should I quit? Damn, should I quit streaming on Twitch, though? I don't really think I should, bro, because I have, I like streaming. That's the thing. I like streaming, bro. I'll feel, off.
To effectively communicate any information at all. Okay, so I've consulted...
People stream on TikTok Live. I get that, but I fuck with streaming on Twitch, though. That's where all my niggas, I met half my niggas at, bro.
With the master of My Little Pony lore, and yes, there's an episode of My Little Pony where it's just a time loop. And I also think that we've covered stories like this pretty frequently recently on the channel. There's been even something I know it's not time looping, but I feel like there was a similar story in the SCP Foundation. Even something like I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, where you take time and make it irrelevant, and then just kind of the insanity that ensues from that. I mean, there are so many movies that dive into this concept, and in my personal opinion, it's a slightly overdone concept. So I'm excited to see if this has, anything unique about it. So here we go. Diary of a Time Looper. I'm just going to jump right into it. Day 32, test 28. Day 33, success at long last. Using a combination of spells, I've managed to create a sort of pocket dimension that exists outside of time, allowing this journal to remain intact even as the rest of the world resets.
Butterfly MX is your complete property access control solution, providing a secure, convenient, and affordable way to manage access.
Fucking face, bro.
Oh, right. I suppose this is technically the first entry, so I'll explain the situation. I love it when we have diaries or records, and then the person writing in the diary writes stuff expecting readers and is like, oh, my bad. I suppose this technically is the first entry. Let me explain what's going on. I don't know. I just think it's silly.
But TikTok live streams,
my name is Twilight Sparkle, and for the last 33 days, I've been stuck in a time loop, repeating the 23rd of March to AR. What does AR stand for? After rebirth. I'm not sure. It is still unknown how the loop started, nor how I can end it. All I can say with any amount of certainty is that time for the rest of the world resets every night, and every morning I wake up, it is the morning of the 23rd. Various tests have concluded the following. Of all the ponies I've spoken to, I am the only one who can remember the previous loop. It is impossible for me to remain awake past midnight. As soon as the moon reaches its zenith, I pass out, No amount of magic can stop this. Damn, that's pretty crazy. Do you ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster? I'm not sure, but I could check with the kitchen. No matter where I am when I fall asleep, I always wake up back in my bed at precisely 7:23 a.m. With the exception of this journal, nothing I do has any effect on the following loop. This includes changes to my own body, such as a cut mane or tail, which is strange because apparently it doesn't reset your memories because you remember the previous loop. And I mean, I believe memories are a chemical reaction in the brain, right? So why would physical changes to the body not carry over, but memories specifically do? It is a story. I'm just curious. The day plays out exactly the same every time. Every day is exactly the same. I'm gonna stop, I promise. The only difference is being caused by my own actions within any given loop. Spike always makes the same breakfast, says the same things, etc. It took me...
So basically, this is like that movie Groundhog Day. If y'all watch that movie, like Groundhog Day, that generally is like that movie.
Only a few days to begin working on a method of preserving an item from one loop to the next, and this breakthrough leads me to believe a way out of this loop is possible. I've spoken to both Celestia and Luna about the problem in separate loops, and once I convinced them I was serious, they merely said they had never heard of such a thing and wished me luck. Some part of me thinks they didn't believe me, but it is true. There has never been another recorded incident of a time looper, at least none survived to tell of it. Oh, but where's my head? There we go again. I think Twilight's just going crazy. Hopefully this journal will help me keep my thoughts straight while I work on a solution. I've attempted to escape the loop multiple times by using various time-altering spells, all of which have failed. It's almost like I'm in a locked box of time, and the spells thus far have failed to bring me outside the day I'm trapped in. Or perhaps I have traveled in my own time stream, in which case I'd have been stuck for multiple years based on how far I've tried to travel into the future. The spells are, of course, temporary, but it's hard to tell how far I've traveled, if at all, due to the loop. If there is a way out, it is unlikely that a time spell alone is the answer. I know an answer, but we are not going to like it. I'm vague
what's the answer?
In the video.
What's the answer?
No,
Let me know, man. What's the answer?
The answer eventually might end up being trying to take your own life, right? That's
where
that's kind of obviously going, right?
Obvious.
Who's with me? Anyone? No? Tests
Yeah,
have also confirmed
she
that
actually
I
might
myself
do that.
do not
I saw that in
age while
animation.
the loop. Cells in my body that died throughout the day are back again in the morning. This leads me to believe that should I myself die, okay, I'd wake up again the next morning. However, such a test is not one I'm willing to perform. That makes more sense. So if you I'm gonna need the editor to censor that so that YouTube doesn't take me out back and put me down like a rabid dog. But it makes a lot of sense that doing that would resurrect you the next day. Horrible. You know, for some reason, one of the strongest memories that I have of a story in this vein is from one of those animated Christmas movies with the Mickey Mouse characters, and I think the three little ducks wish that it was Christmas every day, and then it is Christmas every day, and they try to have like a perfect day, then they try to just be really bad the whole day, and then they're just really depressed by it very quickly gets old, and they learn that, each day is special.
I remember watching that movie. I don't really remember much, because I know that movie, it was like DuckTales, Donald Duck and shit. I don't really know my Disney like I used to as a kid, bro.
Well, because it's different. You can't take a...
What's interesting is somehow you have this transcript text, which means Twilight or someone else, some way, and somehow obtained the diary itself and transcripted this to us. Because either we are a pony or a human reading this odd text.
Special day
and much.
Try to repeat it over and over again, or else.
But who could have put Twilight in this situation? Like, you really gotta be a hater to Twilight Sparkle to really put her in this situation. Like, what could have happened? But I don't think it explains who did this to her. She just got into this situation, bro.
It won't be special anymore. I, however, do not believe this to be true. I would love to relive the first time I tied someone up and put them in my basement over and over again forever. The life is, the harder it is for...
Yeah, my bad. But okay. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard what he said, bro. If he locked somebody in his basement, bro. But no, if what I was trying to say is like if I was reliving the same day, it really depends. Cause dude, I could do shit I really haven't done. Like dude, I could bro. It really would be cool. But once you do everything, I don't. It really depends. Cause like you could do some cool shit. Cause you know you're gonna come back to life the same day. Like I could really do some cool shit to myself, bro. It seems Twilight herself created this situation, or time itself is the enemy. If I was in this scenario, I wouldn't give whoever may be doing this to me the satisfaction of seeing me break. Exactly, bro. I'm gonna be having fun with this shit, cause like I could do pretty much like if I'm gonna come back to life, I could do some crazy fucking shit, bro. I'm gonna be hitting wrestling spots on my fucking cell phone. I don't know, but I'll just do anything I can, cause I'm gonna come back to life the next day. It's gonna be the same cycle.
For it to survive outside of time. Although the sapling baffles me, I had expected to find seeds or perhaps a dead and withering tree. When I opened the pocket dimension, there was nothing but my journal. After running a few tests,
Well, you know,
I've
Twilight,
confirmed
she gonna
that
get
while
trapped
outside
over
of
some
time, the
shit.
journal itself does not physically age. It seems the journal has become somewhat of a universal constant. I'm sure the secret to freedom lies somewhere in the spells used to keep this book safe. I'm sure of it. Day 43. I lost an entire day of research to my friends. I love them and miss them dearly, so I decided to gather them all for a nice day out. Oh, that's horrible. That's so sad. You start to really miss the presence of the people.
Even if you came back to life, your life essentially becomes meaningless, doesn't it? I mean, it depends, bro. Cause you eventually, yeah, it probably would. But I feel like I'll be immortal. It really depends, bro. Cause like I could just be doing some random shit. I go in a random location I never been to. I don't know. Yo, I'll be doing some challenges and shit, bro. Like, can I walk all the way to this
In
country
your
or
life,
something,
and then
bro?
you tried, like, they're right there, but you can't build on the previous relationship in any meaningful way because it gets erased at the end of the day. That is,
like, it
that's
doesn't matter. It's like
that's
you
the
have
saddest
to
thing
save progress.
so far.
You
That's
can't,
awful.
you can't
Rarity
save
and
progress.
Applejack took some convincing, but all things considered, it was more than worth it. And then it cuts to her having, like, knocked out Rarity and Applejack and dragged them out for like a picnic or something. I have to remember that I'm not alone, no matter how isolating my situation is. My friends will always be there for me, even if they don't know what I'm going through. It's been quite a few loops since I'd even spoken to them. I didn't even know what to talk about. My friends were concerned about me.
You have one life, but if you repeat the same thing over and over and over again, you cannot progress with anything or anyone. That is
Said I was acting off. I'm not surprised. It's been the same day for over a month for me. Still, I convinced them I was fine. I was able to thoroughly enjoy their company. From here on out, I'll make it a priority to spend time with them every 7 loops. Day 52. Still no luck on maintaining a living organism's time stream outside of time. The simpler the organism, the less the effect on it. Various bacterial colonies showed growth usually associated with approximately 1 week. If it were at all possible to somehow enter a form of suspended animation, it may be possible for more complex creatures to make it through. The various complications with such a method weigh heavily on me, but currently it's the best idea I have. Things that were formerly living matter experience no ill effects in the space outside of time. Day 59. Some limited success from my most recent experiment. It seems as though dead organisms are totally unaffected. It is possible it has something to do with life acting as a sort of observer and affecting the outcome, similar to the well-known Heisenhoff uncertainty principle, although that usually refers to the quantum scale. The uncertainty principle states that the act of observing a sufficiently small particle will affect it, no matter how delicately you do so. It may be applicable to my situation. Life acts as the observer, and instead of affecting the measurement, it alters it entirely. I'll have to do some more research. Physics was never my strongest point, but I'm not a stranger to it. I'm also still working on a spell to induce a state of suspended animation. The closer an organism mimics being dead, the less variance will be observed in its time stream. I'm going to be totally honest. I know that a lot of that information that was just shared is has real world counterparts, and I understand almost none of it because I'm
you like me, bro. What is that shit, bro? I'm just saying. This dude said, I understand none of that, bro. Face Twilight, bro. Bro, she over here speaking. Bro, how painful would it be to be only a person to remember everything you did that nobody will remember? You're the only one who will have to live with it. You alone bear the burden of a memory. May I ask Twilight, because she right now living through this shit.
But there is, I believe, evidence that observing matter causes it to react. It's very strange, very interesting.
Yeah, man.
And also, don't take my word for it. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you should look it up because it's cool and weird.
Bro.
Quantum physics is very weird. Day
Exactly,
61.
bro.
I really must start keeping a calendar with this journal. The thought never occurred to me, seeing as it's always the same day. But I've just realized I missed my meetup with my friends. Well, a day or two late never hurt anything, given it's all the same to them, but I'd really like to keep variance to a minimum. It's too late to do anything about it now. Tomorrow I'll have Pinky gather the girls for me. She's much better at dragging Applejack away from her farm than I am. Am I not important enough? It'll be nice to see them again. Day 75. The uncertainty principle is a dead-end angle. While I now have a much stronger grasp of quantum mechanics, there is no answers to be found in the field, practical or theoretical. They have nothing but ideas and formulas and theories, nothing actionable. While the phenomena I'm experiencing is similar, a way around it cannot be found in physics, and that leaves only the continually failing attempts at suspended animation. The closest I've come is successfully rendering lab rats unconscious. While this did reduce the approximate variance in their time streams, it was still much too large. Both test subjects are deceased. I dread to think what would happen to me. Unpleasant as that thought is, I cannot allow it to discourage me. There's very little that I can hold on to save for the hope of finding a way out. And then the journal skips ahead a bunch from day 75 to day 129.
Damn.
Failure after failure after failure. Every angle, every test, every spell leads to the exact same outcome. It has now been almost 5 months of the same day. Every day, 7:23 a.m. I wake up. Spike makes pancakes and eggs. He gets me coffee and always puts in too much sugar, and my day starts all over again. The mental exhaustion is starting to catch up to me. I'm starting to get headaches quite frequently, and recently I've noticed my grip on my magic slipping. Just little things. My teleportation will be too far, or I'll accidentally slam something into the desk when I meant to set it down. I need a vacation. Maybe my friends would like to get away, just for a day. Day 131.
That's for a
I'm
day.
back
Y'all
to
better
work with
hurry
a
up with
fresh
that
mind. It
vacation
took
because it'll all over again.
A lot of convincing, but I managed to convince my friends to come to Baltimore with me. Baltimore with me for a couple of days. Well, I told them it would be a couple of days. I fell asleep in the nicest hotel in the city and woke up back in my bed, like always. Still, the break was nice. It was a change of pace from the monotony of the loop. I think I'll take it relatively easy today, and tomorrow, jump back into my tests with a renewed vigor. I will find a way out. Sure she will. Day 108.
Okay. I can see how easy it is to spiral. You know what your friends do. What will they do? You know the patterns, the quips, the jokes, the lines. At some point you may begin to hate them. And that's what happening with Twilight.
The headaches
man,
are starting again. The stress is mounting as spells continue to fail and tests continue to come up inconclusive or negative. If I truly am in a box, it's locked tighter than the vaults of Canterlot Castle. I'd like to believe that even the strongest locks can be broken given time and patience, but mine is wearing thin. Even with my friends, there's only so many times I can listen to Rarity ramble, talk about her new spring line of dresses. It's always the same conversations, always the same topics,
exactly
always
like
the
what
same
you just said in the chat.
and over and over. Perhaps another vacation is in order. And then we go from day 183 to day 297. I took a day with my friends again. It's been, I don't know how long. Too long. Not long enough. I need to stay focused, but they've always helped me overcome every obstacle I've faced before. Maybe they can do it again. They won't shut up. They know there's something wrong with me, and they try their best to cheer me up, but it's so annoying. I don't know if they can help me this time. And now this next entry is 1 full year into it. And now she's definitely starting to feel mental deterioration. It sucks that the magic stops working, but I would also think that, the memories of the people you once knew will start to fray. as well. Although I guess
Right,
if
you
your
start to
memories are
hate them.
restored with each repetition of the loop, maybe I'm wrong about that. Well, what if there is no tomorrow? There wasn't one today. One full year I've been stuck reliving the
What's
same
wrong
day.
with Twilight? Why? Oh my God, Lonely Lock In. What wrong with Twilight? Why it look like she going psycho? Gang, have you not been paying attention? What we've been watching? She's in a time loop. Oh my, nigga,
I feel like I'm
Lock In.
losing
This
my
dude over here
mind. The
googling
headaches
this
are getting
shit, bro.
worse. I've lost
This dude was
days of
probably
work
typing
in
that
bed
shit
from
with
the
one
pain.
hand,
My
bro.
magic is all but going haywire. It's hard to focus on it. I've taken to writing this entry manually. I need to find a way out, and soon. I don't know how much more I can take. Day 401. I'm a failure. I don't know if I can find a way out. Is this it for me? Am I going to be stuck here until I die? Will I ever die? Day 4.
All right, you begin to then focus on one emotion every loop: happiness, sadness, grief, depression, anger, rage, hate, regret, and all of it. My bad was it. No, you was editing and then you took a quick goon break,
Or
bro.
56. I think I can't even write it. I feel sick. There was so much blood. My magic, I lost control. She was just so annoying. I'm sorry.
Exactly,
Pinky.
she killed Pinkie Pie. Oh, come on. Yo, and she'll be back to life the next day. Oh my God, she killed Pinkie Pie, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
Then the next
God,
day,
she got annoyed of her.
457.
Of course, Pinkie is gonna take the stray. Of course, Pinkie gonna be the first one she gonna kill. Come on, lock in, Twilight.
Spent today crying, hugging Pinkie Pie. I woke up and ran to her shop, and she was there, smiling at me like always. I hugged her and I cried and I begged her to forgive me. I think I scared her, but I can still see it. Her face, the blood. So much blood. When I close my eyes, it's all there is. It must have been hours I spent with her, sobbing into her chest. I just needed to know that she was okay, that I hadn't. Day 462. Sleep is a thing of the past. After what I did, I can't bear to close my eyes. Mentally, I'm exhausted. Too much to try any more experiments. Not that they would help. Have to get out of here. If I hear Rainbow Dash bragging one more time, she's next. Just need to take a break, get away from it all. My work, my friends. I'm so tired of Fluttershy apologizing. I just need to get away. I'm going to shove sugar down Spike's throat. I've always wanted to go to Saddle Arabia. I can be back the morning after I leave. No one will even know.
Yo, what's Spike do? He just giving you breakfast. Like I said, a burden of a memory. Damn, she gonna hit this dude with a fatality. What's Spike do? He a kid, bro. Let him be.
Gone. I wish I wouldn't come back. Day 500 failure. Day 572. I wish I could just stop waking up. Day 609, please make it stop. When Spike brought me my coffee this morning and I tasted the sugar, it was like Pinkie Pie all over again. My magic acted out of my control. I need to do it. I like the crossed out stuff. I know that it's something done pretty frequently in these. Look at this. What does this look like to you?
What?
Is this lemonade? It's supposed to be. I ordered a lemonade. They gave me this drink. Someone's laughing in the background. Do you think it's...
Gang, I'm trying to see. I know what happened to Spike, bro. What is this dude drinking? This dude drinking. Yo, let me not chill.
Funny that I'm drinking the right now? I don't
understand.
Oh my
God, bro.
Maybe I did something wrong. I don't think so, though. I ordered it on a little tablet, so it's really difficult that there was like any miscommunication. Drink, bro. He just slumped to the floor.
Nah, bro. This is why, bro. Lonely. You working at that Taco Bell? Let me chill, bro. When everything is just the same day, the same thing, over and over and over and over, does anything matter? Do your friends matter? Does your life matter? This dude over here sounding like Shakespeare. Hold on.
That's Spike, who she just killed. I love how she's just now killing her
bro.
friend.
Spike had to catch a stray. Damn. Spike had to catch him. Bro, the amount of times I see Spike die in these AUs, bro, it's sad, bro. She got annoyed of the shit, and she hit a fatality on this dude. Grabbed him by the head and ripped it off, bro. Damn, Rip Spike, bro. Spike be always catching some strays, bro. Like, we do the mod, we gotta do a complication of Spike dying, bro. Like, this Spike didn't deserve it, but she got annoyed. I can't blame her. She's living the thing over and over and over. He had to come in at the wrong time, bro. It was like this, bro. Hey,
Shut the fuck up, Spike!
Hey, bro.
Because of how annoying they are. Brutal. He just slumped to the
Brutal
floor.
indeed, but it
I
ain't matter.
can't take this anymore. He deserved it. I know he'll be back tomorrow, today, but I can't even go
Bro, Midnight read this shit, bro. Cause I mean, but it makes sense. This is a cliche. It makes sense in these type of situations too. So
kitchen, or
it
I'll see
wouldn't
you.
matter.
Day 651. I'll be here until I die. There's no way out, but I don't age here. I can't die. I'll never die. I'll be here forever. Day 723. I'm sorry. If you're reading this, I'm sorry. There's no way out. I don't age. I can't die on my own. It's the only way. I only hope this journal is found so others may know why I did this, what I went through. I wish for forgiveness for the acts I've committed, documented in this journal. Maybe someday the information I collected can be used to help some pony else in my place. I only hope some good may come of this eternal nightmare. And to my dearest
I hope
friends,
no
know
pony
that
get
it
in the
is
same
you who
situation
kept
you are
me
in Twilight.
sane enough to last this long. It is only by your kindness, your generosity, your honesty, your loyalty, and your laughter that I have
Nice.
made it this far. However, I can't
get it and with your magic. Let me chill.
take it anymore. I ask you not begrudge my actions. Please understand a life like this is not a life worth living. I'm sorry.
It don't matter, bro.
Day 733. I woke up at 7:23 a.m. Even that won't release me. Is this some kind of sick punishment? What did I do to deserve this hell? I can't take this. I have to try again. Day 734. I woke up. 735. I woke up. 36. I woke up. 37. I woke up with a period. 38. I woke up. 39. I woke up. Day 740.
What a period,
I
what?
woke up. And that is the conclusion of Diary of a Time Looper. Damn.
Dang.
So the way that I see that end bit is that they were trying to take their own life over
Yeah,
and
pretty
over and
much.
over again. Although one thing that I find interesting, just in terms of like understanding how the time works, it was on day 723 that the initial attempt occurred, and then day 733, so 10 days later, when it was I'm awake now at 723, even doing that didn't release me. Did it take 10 days? How would she even know? She's the only one keeping track of the days. How would you know that it took 10 days to revive? So that doesn't make a lot of sense. I guess it just took her 10 days to like get over the shock. The basic concept, I mean,
Yeah,
like I
man, she got to the point where she didn't even give a fuck. She's just trying to get out of this
said,
shit,
it is
bro.
kind of an overdone concept, but the basic idea of it is so like, reading it made me sick a little bit. Or maybe it's the juice.
Right, let me.
That was My Little Pony Friendship is Magic's Diary of a Time Looper creepypasta. Looks like it was written by Kodaki? Wild. I don't want brand deals. I want hospice patient pills. I want Halo kind of shields. I want you to know how I feel. You feel me? Thank you guys so much for joining.
Hold
I know this
on.
video was a little bit
Fire
shorter
bars?
than it is
What?
usually, but I'm pressed for...
But listen, man, video from Daniel, bro. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. If y'all fuck with this, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. But anyways, like I always say, man, if you ain't first, then you're last.